Welcome to World Code Updates, your daily dose of what is happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The news broke like a thunderclap across the South China Sea. The Philippines has completed its longest military runway on remote Pagasa Island. A bold statement, a line paved in the sand. Built under the watch of Chinese vessels, the project faced immense challenges. The new runway is a symbol of national sovereignty and a major upgrade for the Philippines in the Spratly Islands. Now, the small garrison is connected to the mainland like never before. The world is watching as this high-stakes drama unfolds. The runway is a powerful tool for defense, but in this crowded space, it could also become a target. The South China Sea just got a new line drawn across its map. Pagasa Island is the second largest natural island in the Spratlys, but just 37 hectares. Yet its importance is immense. About 200 Filipinos live here, making it the only Philippine-held island in the Spratlys with a civilian community. Pagasa has a mayor, a school, and a health clinic, a functioning part of the Philippines, far from Manila. The island sits in the heart of the most disputed area of the South China Sea, claimed by China, Taiwan, and Vietnam. Strategically, Pagasa is a forward base for the Philippines, monitoring the West Philippine Sea. The new runway is a lifeline for the community and a statement to the world. Pagasa is more than a speck of land, it's a mountain of importance. The new runway transforms Pagasa from a vulnerable outpost into a strategic airfield. The extended, paved surface can now handle large military aircraft, including C-130 Hercules transport planes. Supplies and troops can reach the island in hours, not days, revolutionizing logistics and defense. Rapid deployment in a crisis is now possible, strengthening the island's resilience. Larger patrol aircraft can operate here, enabling longer, more effective surveillance missions over the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines can now better monitor foreign vessels, including the Chinese maritime militia. The runway gives Philippine commanders new options and forces adversaries to reconsider their calculations. It's a platform for asserting presence and defending interests more effectively. The construction was a feat of engineering and political resolve, completed under the watchful eyes of Chinese ships. It's a long-term investment in national security and a symbol of resilience. The runway is not just concrete, it's a critical asset shaping the future of security in the region. For the first time, Pagasa is a credible forward operating base. The Philippines has sent a clear message: it's here to stay. The balance of power in the Spratlys has shifted. The island's isolation is over. The era of the dirt strip is gone. Pagasa is now a strategic stronghold. The new runway is more than a military asset. It's a legal and geopolitical tool. Under UNCLOS, islands that sustain human habitation are entitled to a 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. By investing in Pagasa and supporting its civilian community, the Philippines strengthens its case that the island meets this requirement. The 2016 Hague Tribunal ruling affirmed the Philippines' rights, but China rejected it. Manila's strategy now is to reinforce its claims through action, building infrastructure and maintaining a civilian population. The runway project demonstrates a commitment to the long-term viability of Pagasa. Better logistics make life more sustainable for residents, supporting the legal argument that Pagasa is a habitable island. In contrast, China's artificial islands lack the same legal standing. By upgrading a natural inhabited island, the Philippines is playing by international rules. The runway is a concrete step to solidify a claim already validated by an international tribunal. While the Philippines celebrates its new runway, China's massive island-building campaign looms nearby. Over the past decade, Beijing has turned submerged reefs into sprawling military bases. Mischief Reef, Subi Reef, and Fiery Cross Reef, alarmingly close to Pagasa. These artificial islands are heavily fortified, with long runways, deep water harbors, and advanced missile systems. China's bases allow it to project power across the region and monitor all air and sea traffic. The security landscape has been transformed, alarming Southeast Asian nations and the West. Beijing claims civilian purposes, but the military infrastructure tells a different story. The Philippine runway is a response, a modest but significant move on a natural island it has occupied for decades. China's runways are on artificial features built in defiance of international law. The contrast is stark. The Philippine project defends existing rights. China's creates new facts on the sea. The stakes in the South China Sea have never been higher. The contest is about more than territory. It's about the rules that govern the region. With new military facilities on both sides, the risk of accidents and miscalculations grows. The airspace and waters around Pagasa are increasingly crowded. Philippine planes using the new runway will operate near Chinese military aircraft from nearby bases. Chinese naval and Coast Guard ships maintain a constant presence, often challenging Philippine supply missions. Tensions are high. Close calls, water cannon incidents, and dangerous maneuvers are now routine. Each encounter is a potential flashpoint. A single mistake could trigger a crisis. The new runway increases the frequency of these interactions, putting Philippine personnel in harm's way. This is the dangerous dance of deterrence and provocation. The hope is for restraint, but the risk of unintended conflict is real and growing. The West Philippine Sea is a tinderbox. One spark could ignite it. The South China Sea standoff is shaped by the renewed alliance between the Philippines and the United States. The U.S. has reaffirmed its mutual defense treaty with Manila, covering attacks in the South China Sea. This security guarantee is backed by concrete actions, funding, training, and military hardware. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, gives the U.S. access to key Philippine bases, including new sites near the contested waters. American support boosts Philippine confidence and acts as a powerful deterrent. U.S. forces, even on rotation, send a clear message to China aggression could draw in the United States. The new runway on Pagasa fits into this broader allied strategy. A more capable Philippines is a stronger ally, and the ability to operate larger aircraft enhances surveillance and response. The alliance is building a network of bases to uphold freedom of navigation and deter aggression. The shadow of the American Eagle now stretches further across the West Philippine Sea. For Manila, this partnership is a vital shield. For Beijing, it's a new strategic challenge. The stakes for the region have never been higher. If Pagasa is the front line, Palawan is the main operating base, the Philippines' unsinkable aircraft carrier. Palawan's proximity to the Spratlys makes it the strategic hub for defense and patrols in the West Philippine Sea. Both the Philippines and the U.S. are investing heavily in military facilities here, upgrading air and naval bases under EDCA. Antonio Bautista Air Base in Puerto Princesa is a major hub, launching patrols over contested waters. U.S. funding is improving runways and support facilities for sustained operations. Palawan provides a secure rear base, close to the action but outside immediate threat range. The new runway on Pagasa acts as a forward strip. Palawan is the home base. Together, they form a layered defense. Pagasa the tip, Palawan the shaft. Dispersed facilities make the Allied posture more resilient, with no single point of failure. This network ensures the Philippines and its allies can respond to any contingency in the West Philippine Sea. For those living in the region, these military developments bring both fear and hope. Filipino fishermen face constant harassment from Chinese vessels, but the increased Philippine and U.S. presence offers a glimmer of protection. Yet, the military buildup raises the specter of conflict. Residents of Palawan and Pagasa live on the front line, knowing their homes could be in the crossfire. The tension takes a psychological toll, but there's also pride and resilience. The new runway is a symbol of a nation standing up for its rights. Filipinos hope for peace, but not at the cost of sovereignty. The goal is deterrence, not war, convincing China that negotiation and respect for law are the only paths to peace. The future hangs in the balance. The runway is just one move in a complex game. The best-case scenario is a stable stalemate that creates space for diplomacy. The worst is a miscalculation leading to conflict. For the people of the Philippines, the stakes could not be higher. They hope for peace but prepare for the worst.